Alright, I'm going to get started with a breathing session here in a few minutes. I have not done Instagram Live, only Facebook, so I'm experimenting with this. We'll see how it goes. Most of my videos end up being like bloopers anyways, so... Because I have a dog that likes to do whatever she wants to do. I don't really have a door that contains her. She can get through any door. So here she is, and she's jealous if I'm not talking to her, and I'm talking to a video right now. So, all right. So to start off here, I have a little bit of music going. I'm going to turn that down, and I am Kamalika. And I'm a certified Wim Hof Method instructor. I got certified September of this month, and this year, last year. So this last September. Okay, that's correct. That sounds better. Either way, it doesn't matter. And then as things started booming with getting my business off the ground, the coronavirus hits, and I have to cancel my workshops and all this stuff lined up, and it really sucks. So I'm bringing the breathing about the Wim Hof Method and doing the breathing techniques live. I've been doing it every morning for the past 2 weeks on Facebook Live. And some people join in, and I talk a little bit about what the Wim Hof Method is, and so at this point, I'm going to try to maybe get a class schedule going, and do sign-ups and stuff like that to maybe hopefully still get paid for all the education that I went through and the knowledge that I know with teaching this. So Wim Hof is a guru, yogi from the Netherlands. Not guru, I didn't mean to say that. He's not a guru. But some people say he's like a shaman because he works with nature and very intuitive about healing and healing his own body and being an observer and a scientist of your own body and of nature. And I guess that's kind of how I came to the Wim Hof Method, was through my own observations of, I'm an artist, and, so I watch a lot, and I interpret what nature is saying and what my body is telling me, and I have strong intuition, and I do things to develop my intuition to kind of get guided through my life as well. And sometimes through your deepest pain and suffering through life, you find that you connect more with this other realm that can guide you in situations and in your life, and you go deeper and you connect deeper to people or to yourself or to the spirit, the creator. And I found that. So I started doing cold conditioning before I ever did the Wim Hof Method, and that came to me through, I was struggling with depression because I had recently gone through a divorce, and my whole life changed. I was with the kids, work, money. I finished college, and I was trying to find a job, and that wasn't happening soon enough. And so let's see. So then my father died while I was in the middle of going through divorce from cancer. So I was really struggling, and I had enough knowledge of my body and understanding about, your chakras and stuff like that. And those are energy points inside your body, main energy points. And they also correlate with major parts of your lymphatic system, surprisingly, I found. And so I knew that my depression, it was I felt inside of my body intuitively that my core energy, my energy pack, and this drive for life was weak, and it was dim, and I didn't have energy inside myself to drive me to get up and to start moving and get out of my bed and get out of this depression and fight for life. And that was slowly diminishing. And I remember it being wintertime, and I hated the winter before all of this. And it was just, I hibernated, and I said, I should not, this is not for me. And I would stare at the frozen Lake Erie and just imagine myself walking off into the lake on the ice until I just froze to death. And that's what I would do, and I was really depressed. And then something inside of me told me that I needed to go out in nature. Just get out in nature and get out in the cold. And I realized that when it's cold outside, we naturally start to like jump around and try to get our body moving. It's just like a natural thing that we do. And so that, and then that starts to heat up our body, and we start moving, and then we started to have this drive for life and moving more. And I thought to myself, okay, I need it to make the fire start to kick up inside myself because it's dwindling and I'm dying. I need an external source to push that fire inside me to light up. And the opposite of fire is cold. So I went out into the cold. Well, no, I found someone on a Facebook group that did cold conditioning, but I knew that that's what I needed. I needed an external source to push this fire to work inside my body. Because, it's a natural thing that we don't want to die. So our body starts like making us move and doing this like, this kind of stuff. And it's the same as like the breathing, deep breathing, to pump your body that we do when we do the breathing method. So it all made sense to me. And I found a Facebook group that did cold conditioning, and the guy who runs it had seen Wim years ago, and so he did the group. And the next, I messaged him. I said, hey, can I go and jump in the water with you, or do I have to do weeks of cold showers? And he said, well, if you're relatively healthy, you can just go straight in the water. And at that time, I thought there was nothing wrong with me. So I did the next day. I did a full body, head to toe in the water plunge. I don't recommend this to people. The Wim Hof Method is gradual cold exposure, and most people don't do the head. But I did, and I loved it, and it was instant meditation. And I did it every Sunday in the wintertime. For now, I've been doing that for 7 years. This was my 7th winter doing cold conditioning, and then eventually I learned the Wim Hof Method and the breathing and the mindset and the whole thing together, create even better health in my life. And I realized I was missing a big part of this. I was doing cold conditioning, but I was missing the breathing and the commitment and the whole aspect of it. So then I started doing that, got inspired, became an instructor, and that was a long story. So we're going to get into do some breathing because I've got to go out for a long trail hike here I'm doing shortly. So the Wim Hof Method breathing is we breathe into our belly, into our chest, and then up, we bring it up. And I a lot of times breathe in through my nose because then we're not pushing out all of our air. We just kind of open our mouths and let it sigh out because we want to build up oxygen in our body. We're over-oxygenating our system. So belly, chest, and let go. So we do 30 of those breathing of that breath type, and then we hold our breath for a breath retention as long as you can. We don't force the breath. We don't push it tight. Nothing like this. We just calmly hold our breath as long as you can, and then you let go and you do a recovery breath, and you breathe in and you hold that for another 10 to 15 seconds, and then you let go. So that's one cycle of the Wim Hof Method breathing. But like I said, the pillars are breath work, cold conditioning, and mindset. And those three things together do wonders on your body. For me, the big thing is that I use it for is boosting my immune system and for inflammation, because I'm going through chemotherapy right now. So I need to have a healthy immune system so I can keep getting through these cycles of chemotherapy so I can finish it and be done with it. And yeah. So I'm about to start a cycle tomorrow night tonight of chemotherapy. So I'm not looking forward to that at all. All right, let's get into the breathing. I don't know if you can see me or not. Okay, I think you can.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Oh, of course. Just don't knock the camera over mine. Okay, here we go. We're going to do some breathing. Oh. Okay, remember belly, chest, head, and let go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you cannot stand there. Go on this side of me. This side. Over here. Sorry. Like I said, some of these videos end up being bloopers. 5, 6, 7. You can put your hands behind your head like this to open up your lungs better. Molly, you need to sit down. And I'm a mom, so I'm multitasking. I'm holding down the dog. So it was about 10, 11, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big breath. This is our 30 and let go. And hold it. Hold it. Gently. Hold it. In recovery breath. Hold it. And let go. So that was one cycle of Wim Hof breathing, and I am going to have to get this out here. We have a bone over here. Okay. Sorry. I had to get something to keep Molly occupied because I couldn't keep doing that. Alright, so we're going to go into our second cycle of the Wim Hof breathing. Oh, if you be able to see me now. Okay, hopefully you can see me. Okay, belly, chest, head, and let go. 30 breaths. You can go in through your nose or your mouth. Experiment. I'll try one with my mouth. You see my body becomes like a wave here. So that was probably about 20. Last 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and let go and hold. And recovery breath. And let go. Where do you go in the breath retention? Is what I'm asking people if they ever want to respond on here. But it seems like not too many people are watching or responding. I usually go to places that I enjoy. I went to, so when I was in LA doing my certification, I went to Malibu State Park, and it was beautiful. There was beautiful yellow wildflowers everywhere mixed with burnt trees and stuff like that, because there was the wildflowers that went through there. So it was beautiful. And I went swimming there with a bunch of people in these weird rocks, and it was really beautiful. And so during my breath retention, sometimes I just like go away and to beautiful places that I've seen throughout my life or happy experiences. And it's really nice. So we're going to do a third cycle of breathing now. And so you should probably get the hang of it at this point by now. Belly, chest, and let go. And you go ahead. I'm not going to count. I'm just going to go into some deep breathing. And then I'll say, all right, last breath, and hold your breath. Okay? Here we go. Last breath. Deep breathe in and let go and hold. Hold, hold, hold. Every breath. And let go. So I'm going to leave you with a poem from, this is one of my favorite books, Earth Prayers. This is by Mary Oliver. This is one of my favorite poems. You do not have to be good. You do not have to walk on your knees for hundreds of miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I will tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on. Meanwhile, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain are moving across the landscape, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountains and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese, high in the clean blue air, are heading home again. Meanwhile, the wild geese, I already read that. However you are, whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination. The calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over announcing your place in the family of things. Mary Oliver. Have an awesome day, and hopefully someone will watch this and get something out of it. Earth Prayers, great book of prayers and meditations. Peace. Keep breathing and stay healthy.